This is my weekly vlog update. I'm sharing my progress so that my project is visible and transparent while getting it known to those who care about innovative solutions for global food security. Let's get into it. This week, one of the things I worked on was refining my project summary. So, if a random guy approached me at Walmart and asked me, "What do you do for work?" I would say, "My work focuses on tackling an agricultural disease affecting the third most consumed carbohydrate in the world." Take a wild guess at what it is. Those culinary staples we all devour daily, right? Wrong. It's cassava. We don't hear it much about in the West because it's more popular in Africa. But here's the twist. Cassava mosaic disease is threatening food security in Nigeria, affecting 26.5 million people and putting 9 million smallholder farmers, many of whom are kids, at risk. With CMD reducing cassava yields by 70%, it's a real nightmare for those fighting malnutrition and poverty. Current methods like pesticides just won't cut it and are pretty rough on our environment. So we need innovative solutions to save the day. I'm using a couple of methods to tackle the issue. Firstly, I'm targeting the whitefly, the primary vector for CMD transmission, as part of an integrated approach. Whiteflies are responsible for spreading the virus across cassava crops, making it a critical component of the solution. Secondly, we are utilizing prime editing, a method of gene editing to impart resistance to cassava plants with minimal genetic changes. Prime editing offers an accurate method for modifying plant genomes without introducing unwanted mutations, enabling me to enhance cassava's resilience against CMD. And finally, I'm implementing an AI spin to this project by using ML models for data analysis and essentially making the process of identifying the right target genes to modify at more speed and accuracy. This project is in partnership with Delaware State University Professor Dr. Vincent Fong Dong and involves validation and support from organizations such as GSK, IITA, Vilars Institute, and United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization. Currently, my goal as the founder of this project is to go forward with a radical collaboration, a scalable strategy that will lead to making a meaningful difference in food security for millions and contributes to achieving global agricultural goals. So that's my news project summary, which I refined in terms of content and delivery with the former US president of BrainCo, a $1 billion neurotech company. Thank you, Max Newlon, who's now my director at the Knowledge Society. So, what's been happening this week? First up, I had an insightful call with Guillaume Taylor, a sustainable finance expert from Switzerland I met at the Vilars Institute back in August. This week, Guillaume and I discussed the future of my project, focusing on the importance of creating a compelling, clear presentation to secure funding. We touched on the need for a well-outlined execution plan that goes beyond just research and includes how we'll drive impact. Keep things concise and impactful and focus on presenting a plan that highlights the innovation behind the project and its potential social impact. I'll get his feedback on my presentation that will help me frame my project clearly for potential funders, and we're setting up a follow-up call soon. Moving on, I also have an exciting news. My collaboration with Youthtopia is going live on Monday, 18th November, as part of the Unite 17 Days for 17 SDGs global event. As a member of Youthopia's Circle of Youth, I'll be sharing my work on SDG 2, Zero Hunger, alongside speakers such as Melati Wijsen and others, focusing on how gene editing can combat food insecurity. This partnership helps me amplify the communication aspect of my project as it aligns with the SDGs and my aim to spread awareness about the importance of innovative agricultural solutions. Additionally, I've been in touch with journalists from major outlets like the BBC, The Guardian Nigeria, Times of India, and Forbes, working to get my project on the mainstream media. These ongoing discussions should bring more attention to the critical cause and the potential for impact on a larger scale. Lastly, I received valuable guidance from Judith Kettle-Sledgers of the World Economic Forum, another expert I met at the Vilars Institute. She advised me to decide whether I want an equity investment or a grant for funding, as each has different implications. She also highlighted the importance of being specific in my approach, particularly focusing on who my customer segments are and how to convince them to adopt my product. This advice is helping me refine my funding strategy moving forward. Now, let's talk about next week and what needs to be done. Unfulfilled goals and upcoming action items of next week. Number one, refine my partnerships. I need to continue building on existing partnerships with organizations like FAO and IITA, as well as others who can formalize their collaboration with my project. Follow up with Delaware State University. I'll be reconnecting with my partner from Delaware State University and following up Professor Dr. Vincent Fong Dong to discuss next steps in plant modification and gain further clarity on securing grant funding. Identify key ecologists. I'll be researching and reaching out to ecologists who can help me understand the ecological impacts of my project, ensuring that we maintain a balanced approach in terms of sustainability. Study insect modification methodologies. I plan to learn from existing insect modification projects to better understand their methodologies and identify what can be applied to my project. Finalize the AI component. The AI component, GeneGuard AI, still needs some work, particularly on integrating OpenAI's API and developing simulations, integrating OpenAI's API into Bubble.io for that I'll be using to make the platform, as well as developing simulations of prime editing, RNAi, the gene editing processes, and to help different stakeholders visualize the gene editing process when I present my project. This is a priority for my upcoming week. As for the goals I met this week, I refined my project summary to clarify the innovative aspects of Wi-Fi modification and its significance in tackling CMD. I contacted potential funding sources and media outlets and began preparing tailored proposals for those who align with my project objectives. Kept my mentors updated on progress and feedback, ensuring I'm on track with the next steps in R&D. I'm excited to continue moving forward and sharing these updates with you. As I work to meet the next set of objectives, I'm reminded of how my new movement, #SEVA@Scale, SEVA meaning selfless service, a concept from Hinduism, and the importance of radical collaboration. This movement is inspired by my volunteering at food banks since the age of 7. Thank you to my parents who encouraged me practicing this concept for the greater good of the people. Now I'm excited to hopefully do this at scale. Through this project, we can make a meaningful difference in the fight against hunger, contribute to SDG 2, and create a lasting change in global food security. I invite journalists and any representatives from organizations to connect directly with me. Your insights and support are crucial in making this project a success and create lasting change in global food security. Thank you for your continued support, and I'll see you next week for another update.